Hi everyone, this is Mary. I'm here with an impromptu reading. There's a little thunder happening outside my place. It's been going on for a while. No rain yet. I opened the door and my storm door is all glass, so the cat could actually look outside without being outside. She's still kind of new with me. She's only been here with me a couple of months. So these are big, exciting moments for her. So she got to look outside for a long time. And that was good. There's no rain yet. But for some reason, I'm just called to do a reading with the White Light Oracle. I have no idea why. I was sitting here watching my cat, listening to the thunder, minding my own business, and Spirit was like, you gotta just do a reading. And I knew it had to be an impromptu reading. I really truly don't know why or what's up with it, but one fell out. We'll see what happens. And of course, if they show me a white light oracle of a name that I can't pronounce. Spirit, you are challenging me to death. So it's anapasis, I want to say. I'm hoping that's close to correct. I'm going to take my glasses off so I can read. Anapasis. And then I'll see if there's like a meditation. I'll read you the whole thing because this might just be a single card. And we're not even at a new moon or a full moon right now. We're kind of in between. And I'm recording this on my phone. If I wasn't, I would look up the... I have a moon application. So the moon app would tell me, well, that was weird. There was some lightning happening too. Still no rain. It's a little odd. So hopefully we won't lose this recording. I live in the woods. Often when it rains, especially if there's high winds, which I feel like I'm hearing outside, I'm hearing a whoo, whoo, that kind of thing, I lose electric. So hopefully that won't be the case. But this card says, do not give up, but allow your heart to disengage from your struggles. Give yourself much needed rest. You are in a phase of recovery. If you've been off your path, you're going to come back strong. You will regain your spark of passion, inspiration, and devotion. A certain order of events needs to take place for your soul path to come to fruition. Commit yourself to your sacred journey, trusting that the right thing will happen at the right time. Okay, I'm laughing or chuckling because this is me. I didn't know I was, and I'm going to go ahead and post it anyway because I'm not the only one struggling with these issues. I'm an artist. I haven't created any new art for a while. I have hired a art business coach, and I'm not working it. I got the art anxiety thing happening. Don't know why. Don't know what's up. Feeling good in the rest of my life. I'm really feeling pretty good. Loving the tarot. Loving my, I want to say day job, but it's not really the day. I like my, the job that I'm doing for regular income. Yeah, everything is going pretty well. I'm just not making any art, and I'm fretting about it. And so this sounds like, my passion's going to come back to it. So I'm sharing this with you guys. I hope that it resonates with somebody else because telling you my business is not what I'm here to do. But I thought I would share with you. When I read that little description, yeah, I needed to see that. I needed to see this card as much as anybody else did. So I will continue reading. The Greek word anapasis refers to the cessation of work so that one can regain strength, renew vitality, and heighten creative productivity. It's a rest for success. Ooh, I like that. The Oracle of Anapasis advises physical, emotional, and psychological rest to rest yourself, or to reset yourself. That might mean switching off without fear or guilt. It is likely to mean giving up worries and the constant replay of anxiety-ridden speculations. Find some spaciousness and pleasure within and around yourself so that you may experience healing and renewal. If you have been considering working with a healer, this is confirmation to pursue such a path. Okay, and I did just sign up for something through a website, so this is really for me, and I know it's not just for me. So I'm really, really, really hoping that anybody who's feeling stuck and stagnant in any of their creative endeavors heeds the advice to rest and reset. I've been feeling kind of like that's what I needed to do too. It says the Oracle also recommends finding a spiritual rest, even if you are still working hard. Spiritual rest happens when we take sanctuary in the sacred. We give up trying to become something or other and instead tend fully to the task at hand, completely engaged in the moment. When we do so, we are trusting that the universe knows what it is doing and that we are part of a greater unfolding plan. In the modern culture, we can aspire to become someone visible, someone influential, someone powerful, someone important. Yet no matter how much worldly or even spiritual power a person may appear to have, the idea that one person is more important than another belongs to the realm of ego. Spirit loves and respects all beings equally. What our world needs are more people who are spiritually connected to their hearts. As you become such a being, others will seek you out. You don't need to set yourself up as being anything at all. You can enjoy the relief of giving up any obsession with appearances or external validation. Instead, dive deeper into the nourishing inner realm of your own soul with trust in all that is and all that shall be, free from distracting and disempowering pursuits. You may I'm going to read that sentence again. Free from distracting and disempowering pursuits, you may connect, rest, and restore yourself with a real sense of your spiritual beauty, value, and presence. In the space of restful immersion, you realize you are enough. I usually read without my glasses, but I'm thinking I'm not sure which is better. Sorry, I'm going to go back without them. Anapasis brings special guidance for those who have been going through deeply challenging struggles of mind, body, and soul. Perhaps you feel exhausted, confused, and afraid. Even if you are still going strong in the outer world, you have a need for spiritual convalescence. You are encouraged to allow yourself adequate rest and to engage in activities geared toward healing. This oracle recognizes there is something you have been working hard to bring into being. With a little more trust in your spiritual connection, you'll find the way easier and more joyful. You don't need to push yourself so hard. Spirit can sustain you throughout your devotion and commitment so that every effort you make is more than matched by the inflow of spiritual grace. Don't allow your mind or the deranged ways of this world to create weariness and yet another drama. Take rest in the spiritual light of love, rest from fear, rest from anxiety, rest from needing to work it out all right now. Even on your most confusing or most productive days, you can find renewal in spirit. It's always available to you, even right now. So it says the healing process. Imagine, feel, or intend that you are being bathed in radiant white light. It gently but effectively removes tentacles of attachment that your ego has generated. It allows you to effortlessly release false viewpoints or misguided interpretations of events. It gently cleanses and aligns your visions and desires so they are in harmony with your heart and the universe. This brings you back to your true self. You can relax and allow this realignment to happen naturally in the spiritual light. As you surrender the restlessness of ego, you can settle in to the inner loving ground of your beautiful heart. There is much for you to receive. You need not chase after anything or anyone, nor is there need to fret or worry. Now is the time to rest in a place of love and trust. Rest for as long as you need, then ground yourself with a deep breath in and out. You have completed your healing process. That sounds amazing. Well, I started with that. Normally that's the sort of thing I end with. But now I'm compelled to pull a couple of cards. I was going to do the good, I think I'll do the good tarot. This was the one I just kept staring at, but then I thought with all this healing and good stuff, I'd go to the naked tarot. But naked is really a vulnerable deck. I like this the good tarot for general. I think for generally sort of positive energy sort of readings. And again, I have no idea what the purpose for this reading is or who it's for. I'm just winging it. Just winging it because I was compelled to do so. And I don't know who this is for or what the time frame is, so I hope this resonates with somebody. Because I know part of it is really resonating with me. I know I need to pay attention to that. So I'm going to just since I have no idea what Spirit wants to talk about, I'm going to just let them pull the cards. They're going to just yank out whatever's necessary. Spirit, this is for whoever wants to watch this reading. Responding to the Anapausis, the Anapausis Oracle. Do you have something else to add to the Anapausis message? There's a lot of cards, and I'm going to go ahead and go with it. Ten of Fire, I think that was the first one out, and that's about burning away the things that are no longer useful, which totally fits this need for a rest and why we're stuck. Nine of Fire, proceeding with caution. We're nervous about something, although Emperor. I don't know what this is for, what it's about. I feel like this is just our general life, our lifestyle. For me, I mean, I think this really spoke to me, and maybe this is my reading, but I think the fact that, yeah, it probably is. So it's not just me. It's for people who, you're stuck, you're stuck, you're stuck, get over it. There's nothing in your way but you. Jesus, that's what I just keep getting. There's nothing in your way but you. Move, and jeez. Oh, okay. I'm going to rearrange a little bit here because I'm already running out of space. It's a little desk. It's just a little desk I have in my living room. It's not a big thing. Okay. I'm just going to put her over here. Wow, okay. So this is as many cards. I watched Colette Baron read earlier today. She does her Sunday and Monday thing every week. Sorry, I just yawned. And I watched it. And this is almost like her setup. I think she has 2 more rows, but she has like a center row and then a 9 grid on either side of it. So I'm looking at this, and I'm so messenger of air. This is I'm not paying any attention to the order. They jumped out however they jumped out. And there was more than one pile. So I'm just looking at the overall energy. Tower's in the center, though. And that's a little bit... So there's going to be a surprise of some sort. I don't really see the tower as... I've seen the tower a million times this past year. And I think that... Well, I've been recording my readings only for a few months, but I think I've been really working with this particular deck for a solid year or maybe more, and fairly frequently. This is like my preferred first choice deck that I work with a lot. So Tower for me in this deck is about yes, a sudden event, and but it's a surprise, and it might be negative. It usually is negative in the initial reaction to it. You're like, oh, didn't want that to happen, but it creates space for something way better. So whenever I see Tower, I no longer get all worked up about it. It's just not that big of a deal. It's something will happen. It's a sudden thing. It is a surprise. You've got some really lovely energies here. And I don't know if there's a call for clarity or if you're thinking about something. There's caution. There's a really, this looks like, and this is, look at these together. I mean, you've got the call, the Three of Earth. This is building a solid foundation. I mean, this is a really good working card. Messenger of Water. Nine of Fires, proceeding with caution, and sometimes so much caution holds you back. You're burning away things that, I mean, and again, I don't know if these are what you're being called to do or what you're in the process of doing. I feel like this is the kind of stuff that, okay, now the thunder's happening again. I feel like this is, because of this card, these are the things to move you past your stuckness. And there's some of your strengths are here. Patience, Emperor. You've got all these court cards. Call, this is your purpose. So I feel like this is you're being called to your calling, your purpose but you're stuck. You've been stuck for a while. A change in perspective, and then surrender. A change in perspective. I always felt like doing the art stuff was my calling, but now it's too big of a deal, right? If I fail, then what else do I have? So, and I know it's ridiculous. It's not just me. There's a lot of people that struggle with these kinds of things, and I'm just putting it out there because it's thundering out, and I just decided to do so. Bottom of the deck is Messenger of Air. So I'm going to start with that, I think. I'm going to show you here. Oh, and then we have Two of Water. Yeah, and then we got the negative self-talk. Lots of opportunity coming in. All right, so it looks like it's really mixed, but really it feels balanced. So the Messenger of Air, this is about your opinions that are being formed by experience, adherence to dogma, allegiance to a way of thinking or acting, a learned response. And it says, I need to broaden my perspective. I'm reacting to a situation from my past. I have to think about whether I want to do things the old way or respond differently at this time, which is about this card, right? Hanged Man is about seeing things look at things upside down. This is in yoga, they say when you do headstands, you do gain another perspective, or head or hand, any inverted pose. It does allow you to see the world upside down, which has, when you go right side up again, you see it a little differently. If you're doing a piece of artwork, like a 2D, I don't know about 3D, I don't work in 3D much, except for little stuff, but turning it around, so you have a painting, and you flip it this way and flip it that way, and then you'll kind of be able to see where the balances are, where it needs attention, where, how it's weighted, visually weighted, and so that has to do with the Hanged Man. But this has to do with also surrender. So quit trying to force issues or force stuff. I was called off of my night job today, and I was going to do some painting, and I decided to take a nap, which shifted my whole energy for the rest of the day. And I've done stuff that's productive, but then I was really, this felt important to me to do this. So that's what I did, following my gut. I don't know if you can see all the cards. I know there's a lot of glare. I'm sorry about that. I don't have any special lighting or anything like that. I probably will at some point, but right now I'm just doing this as a little... I like to read cards and I like to share, so that's what I'm doing. So again, bottom of the deck. This is the attachment to the result, is the way I want to see this. So our thinking, our decision making is based on our experience, which we repeat over and over again. And by repeating the same things over and over again, we're getting the same results over and over again and not getting the changes that we want to see. Two of Water talks about a union that is divinely sanctioned. Now this union can be a lover, it can be a business partner, it can be a mentor. It can be anything, but it is divinely sanctioned. So it is a destined, fated sort of connection to be made. Nine of Air. That is a negative self-talk. For sure, this is the thing to get rid of. Because if you can't get rid of your negative self-talk and the I'm not good enough for stuff, you'll never see the opportunities coming forth from this. And this is all the bottom of the deck. We haven't even dealt with these other cards that are actually in this spread. The only one we've talked about so far is the Tower and the Hanged Man. So we have a lot of water here and some air. There's I'm going to take a quick look at patience, because there's something about patience in the upper right-hand corner there. And she's next to Hanged Man, and like these three all right next to each other. And again, I don't know how they ended up in the order that they ended up in. I'm just intuiting them. But the major arcana came up in the same upper right hand, so I'm not quite sure why. This card reminds me that patience will bring me into recognition of and an alignment to my purpose. All my needs are met, even though I may not see it yet. Looking out for me. Moderation in all things is required right now. And since Emperor is there, might as well talk about the Emperor too. The Emperor is the divine male energy. In this case, he's a lion. He is about authority. And he is also about some kind of dogma, following the rules. But he's telling you that he's encouraging you that following the rules is exactly what you should be doing. So if you are like I actually did join a coaching group, right? An art business coaching thing. This card is saying work the plan, right? Plan the work and work the plan, and you'll get your results. And of course, I haven't been doing it, but this is like this says people in authority come to my aid and give me good advice when I ask for it. So they can't come to you and give you the good advice unless you are actually working your plan, and and being in a place where they can give you information and advice. Wow, this is really great. This is all about being stuck, everybody, and it for sure is a reading for myself. But like I said, I'm sharing it with you because I'm compelled to do so. I didn't know this reading was going to be for myself until I got that card. I was like, wow, that fits me. But now I'm getting this other stuff, and it's like, it's for me. Again, I'm not the only one who's in this stuck mode. And creatively stuck. It's like I just don't have any, and I don't even feel frustrated about it at the moment. I feel like I should be doing something, but I'm not. I'm going to take a look at that Four of Water, because I have a feeling that Four of Water has something. Yeah, this is about trusting in the greater things that await you. So all of this is really good. This Page of Fire is a desire for adventure, creative, like adventure in something creative. So the burning, the passion, and I feel like that's the thing that maybe a few of us are lacking if we're stuck. I think too with this pandemic, we've all just kind of, if you don't care, if you don't have the passion burning, then it's a lot easier to stay quarantined, right? Shut down at home, reading and just biding your time and being, it's like turning your life into just pause, sitting in limbo, and deciding to be okay with it for a long time, because we all didn't know how long this thing was going to be to write it out. But when you do that, your creative energy stagnates, and it's like water. It's just murky and full of mosquitoes now, ish. So I feel like we need to, during this process, I think we've shut down and all that, we can look at the things that we no longer need and get rid of them. Bad habits. That can be anything from little things like, not doing your dishes for a week, or not taking care of yourself, not getting exercise. It could be smoking, it could be drinking, it could be addictive behavior, but any of this is burning away the things that no longer serve you, which also means being sedentary, hanging out, because now it's time to think and feel and move differently. And this Nine of Fire, it's like, yeah, but I got so used to the couch. I'm a little scared. I don't really want to make the big move yet. Not quite sure. Want to look into it more. And so we use this as an excuse to do our calling, because we gotta make more lists and think more and research more, when really, oh, that's, wow, that, look at, okay, so you've got the foundation here to our calling, and so this is the thing that's in the way of it. Yes, be cautious, but don't let it stagnate the whole process. Eight of Air is like, things are a little bit fuzzy. I'm not quite sure what direction it's going. But in this row, we have the Hanged Man, which is, you look at it from other angles. And the Page of Water is about living with an open heart, approaching things with the innocence of a child, going into something without intellectual expectations. Don't have the preconceived notion of the result in your head before embarking on a new project. You enter into it just entering into it one step at a time, knowing that this is almost like a fool's energy without being, it's a little softer than fool's energy, but it's not saying leap and the net will appear. This is saying keep moving, move forward, and know that every step you take, you'll end up on a solid ground. Because there's always, and she's walking in water. And she's not on water, she's in water. You can't see her feet. You can see the edge of her dress, but you don't see her feet, which to me says her feet are below the water on something solid underneath. Messenger of Earth, here's a good hard worker. This is one that's going to keep tilling the soil and weeding and making sure that all of the seedlings that were planted are going to come to fruition, and it's going to be a healthy crop. Because this one did the job. This one did her work. She laid the foundation, and it's solid. Queen of Air, this lady's all about clarity. She is full of self-confidence in a really beautiful way. And I think she's the one that's going to be saying, yeah, you can do this. And she's got the owl, right? The owl is wisdom and kind of a mystical wisdom. And she has these feathers growing out of her head, and she's also super intuitive. So the Messenger of Water, down in the corner here, this is like the Page of Cups energy, which is the romanticist, the romance person that wears the heart on their sleeves. They romanticize things. Might not be completely realistic when it comes to certain things, but their heart is just so big, and they're so loving and sweet, and they expect the best. They see the best in everybody else. This is the one that's wanting you to fall in love with yourself. So, burning away what you don't need, embracing that desire to move into an adventure of creative passion. But because the Tower is in the center of this, I feel like that's going to happen. Like you're going to wake up one day, boom, start, boom. You're just going to end up still going to have doubts, but you're not going to be feeling them as strongly. You're going to get up and this is soon. I'm feeling this like within a week or so. So, and it could be because it's spring, and we have the April showers happening right outside my door. It did, I think, started to rain now. I'm not sure. Yeah. Once you start, you're going to want to see results right away. That's not how things work. Just remember that. Because all of this has been this heaviness, this, and like I said, right now I'm not even feeling any guilt about not doing the stuff that I kept wanting for myself. I'm not feeling any emotional baggage or weight with that at the moment. I still want that. I still have a desire to be doing that, but I do feel like whatever this phase is that I am is a natural phase that I'm supposed to go through, and that when I come out of this phase, which looks to me, if this is meant for me as well as others, it looks to me like it's going to be happening really soon because of this. Boom, tower. It's going to shift all the energy. I don't know what event is going to make that happen. I don't feel like it's... Usually when I see this card, I'm like, oh no, work's going to shut down, and I'm going to have to make this work to make ends meet and blah, blah, blah. But it doesn't feel like that extreme. It doesn't feel like a drama or traumatic. It feels like you got a lot of water here. I feel like it's a shift in energy and thinking, because you've got air. There's only a couple of fires, and these are all about getting rid of stuff and then embracing the new thing. I feel like this is all about this tower thing. I really feel like it's, we wake up one day and just start. We end up with free time, unexpected free time, that lovely gift of free time that shows up in the weirdest moments, and it shows up someday when we're not feeling overly vulnerable. We're not overthinking things. We haven't had a chance to talk ourselves out of the things we want to do as our life purpose. We just get up and we start. So that's what it's feeling like to me. It's feeling very much like that. I get this Hanged Man, so allow yourself to go through whatever this is. Patience in order to see the results that you feel like you want to see with this, whatever the endeavor is. It's going to take some time. So that, don't worry about the results. Don't worry about making money from whatever this is. Don't worry about having the finest art piece on the planet, or the finest book, or the best story ever told, or the best structure ever built. Don't worry about those things. That this is not about the result. This is about the action of doing and getting past the stuckness. It's actually quite nice. I'm going to look at the Light Seers. I was thinking, which deck can I use for clarification? And I looked over, and here it was, a Light Seers deck. Spirit, can we have some clarification, please, for this reading for the Anapasis folks that are compelled to... I'm going to find a little spot here to see if I can... If you hear some weird squeaking, that's my cat talking to one of her toy mouse. She's hunting or something. I don't know what cats do. They do their thing, whatever it is. One more quick shuffle. Thanks for indulging me, whoever's... I hope that this resonates with someone. Because again, I was minding my own business and I was compelled to do this. Spirit, can we get some clarification, please, on this Anapasis energy, please, for this collective reading? So we've got some celebration there with the Four of Wands. I'm going to give it one more pass. And then see what happens. Queen of Wands, beautiful. So this is about, oh boy, totally celebrating energy. 8 of Pentacles. We got it. Oh, man, we got it. Oh, wow. So if we can get over our stuckness, this 8 of Pentacles. I mean, look at all these. She's kind of a badass. This is success right here. Financial success. Enjoying the fruits of the labor. 4 of Wands. Woohoo moment. We hit a milestone and then we take a break to celebrate it. That's really good. And that's in the creative. So I'm going to put that over with fire. King of Pentacles. I don't know if this is somebody that we meet or that helps us, or if this is just the energy that we embrace. But the King of Pentacles, he's like, this particular deck, he's like my favorite card because he's just this really chill hippie guy he's hanging out, and he's got a loyal heart. You can tell because he's got the dog there. Nobody without a loyal heart, you don't get the dog. So you have to have a loyal heart in these cards to have a dog near you. But he's just totally relaxed. I think he's sitting actually on a beanbag chair, which cracks me up. But he's filled with, I mean, the room that he's in is filled with books. So this is a man who's really well-read. He's probably very interesting. He's, like I said, kind of an old hippie because he's got the long hair, and he's wise because he's got the white hair. So he's a little mature. But his posture is just extremely relaxed. He's not judgmental. He's, and he's a king, right? So he's a leader, but he is kind and he's generous and he's got a loyal heart. And because he's the King of Pentacles, he also has a ton of money. He knows how to make money. He has a really healthy relationship with money and wealth and prosperity on all levels. It doesn't just have to be about money and things. But and you can see all the diamond dust or the magic dust around the pentacle, which to me indicates that it's not just physical, materialistic manifestation. It's about magic and emotional stuff. So this is the guy who's got everything that anyone could want. And the Queen of Wands, she's Tina Turner. I mean, she's just creative explosion happening right there. There is nothing but joy and creativity and passion. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous card. Gorgeous. I'm going to consult the book because they say it better than I do, and I'm just going to make sure that I didn't gloss over anything that might be important. The 8 of Pentacles. I'm just going to show you this card again. Yeah, mastering a skill, an expert, craftsmanship, the Meraki that you put into your work, methodical process, patience and determination, soul purpose, which goes with this calling over here. It says, with loving determination, I persevere and I become the person I long to be. So enjoying the fruits of your labors, but continuing the job, right? Continuing. You don't give up. We're still in Pentacles, so we're going to move over to the King. And I'll just read the quick gist of what this guy is, because you've already heard how much I love him. He's overflowing material abundance, patience and determination. He's a confident and warm leader, providing for others, comfort and security. He's about personal growth, goals reached, prosperity, and success. It says, I dream my endless potential into existence with steady desire and effort. And the Pentacles is the same as Earth in this deck. So let's go to the Wands then. Because we have the Queen of Wands. I just love this card too. This deck took me a little while to get used to, just because things are always different. Deck to deck, they're a little bit different. But this Queen of Wands, she is creativity, passion, determination, confidence, joy, bold expression, helping others as you build your queendom, power. She says, I fill my world with an intense light that connects and incites passions. This is great. So I'm really feeling like this is absolutely amazing. And don't worry, I'm not going to skip over that Four of Wands. This is about celebration, prosperity. It's an important event or milestone. Gathering of souls, kindreds, stability in home and relationships sometimes signifies marriage. But I feel like in this case, this is a milestone. It's like whoever is in this weird time frame that we're in, because I'm totally stuck with my creative stuff. I feel like once we get past, there's going to be a moment where we celebrate. Yay! And then we're going to have to be patient because we want this and this. But we're going to end up having to be in this energy for a while where you're still diligent in working. Oh, and this is why, because we have the Seven of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, and this guy is about nurturing the plant. I mean, you can see all this, the pentacles, he's feeding the roots of this plant. So it's not where the plant is not ready to harvest, not for some time, but it's feeding the roots. It's about nurturing, taking care of the things that you have, the seeds that you've planted. So we're coming out of, it looks like we're coming out of our stuckness. And this is the desire, right? We want these. We want this creative passion. We want financial security. Yeah, we want to have fun, and we want to be able to pay for it without going into debt. We want a comfortable place to live, and we want to be able to have fun and create things. We want magic in our lives, right? Why not? So this to me says it's all possible. I did a reading was it last week or the week before? It was a pick a pile. And I did it for myself first before the pick a pile, because I was feeling I needed a little direction. And it was, I think, message from, or your current situation, message from spirit, and message from future self. And my future self totally nailed this. They're like, it's not that hard. Just do it. It's not that hard. All the indications are when you're unstuck, you're going to get to the point of being unstuck saying, why was I so resistant? What the hell was I thinking when I dug my heels in and didn't want to do the thing that makes me happy? What was I so afraid of? Because it's so doable. It's not that hard. Anyway, that was the message that I got earlier with a different reading, and this is not the message, but this is why. It's like, look at this joy, look at this abundance, look at the colors. You've got all this red, passion, joyful energy. All we have to do is rearrange our thinking and allow it. I think these are the cards of effort. The card of 10 of fire and 9 of fire. These two cards together suggest, yes, proceed with caution, but get rid of the stuff that's in your way. Just release it. Release it. Embrace this creative passion. And do your work. Do the work that you know you need to do. But I feel like this energy is just going to show up one day like that. It's just going to shift. You're going to get up, or like me, today I was called off from my job, and instead of painting like I thought I was going to do, my energy shifted and I didn't do that. I'm doing this, which I'm very happy about. But another day, something's going to happen and I'm going to go straight to my studio and be productive. I just feel like that's this kind of energy. So anyway, I hope that this is good for all of you. I'm going to ask for, I think, just a blessing. Oh, let's do spirit animal. I love the animals. They're so... Normally I have these things all kind of set up, like which decks I'm going to use and all of that, but truly this is an impromptu reading. I've never done this before like that. I mean, I've never recorded an impromptu reading before. So I hope it resonates with somebody, because boy, I certainly needed it. It really helped me. And it was just, I think, for the collective, because I'm not the only stuck person with creative stuck energy, or stuck creative energy. Spirit, is there a blessing or what animal? Oh, good, we had something right away. Time for a deep dive. Okay. So go figure out what it is that's holding you back. What is this card about? What is it that we need to burn away? That is the question. There you have it, everybody. All of you stuck folks with your stuck creative energy just like me. I would love to hear from somebody, because let's say, in a month or so, I hope to be shifting. I hope things will be different. I hope I'll be much more productive in my creative endeavors, and I hope that you will too. But feel free to check in, keep me posted. Let me know if any of this, especially this one, let me know if this resonates with you and if it was at all helpful. So good luck to you all, and yeah, just keep these energies in mind. Look at them. Celebrate creativity, security. Thanks. We'll see you next time, everybody. Oh, please remember to give me a thumbs up, subscribe, feel free to comment, and I do new moon and full moon zodiac signs, so check those out too. And I think I have a couple of other random things. This is totally an impromptu one, so I hope you enjoy it. I sure did. Thanks. Bye-bye.